guys, I'm sorry, I might be live. It looks as though to stream on Facebook, create a new broadcast, or just remove this destination from the broadcast and re-add it. Okay, forgive me, I'm learning my way around, and I'm going to try to re-add it because they cut me off. There we go. Because I was 1 minute late. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, they're not letting me. Content couldn't be shared because this link goes against our. Oh my, I don't know what that is. It's a link to Cher's page. Hi there, guys. Hi, Alma. Hi, Renee. I don't know. Voices Behind the Wall has been. I can't put that link up. So, heard me, folks. I don't know why, but Cher, I'm going to go ahead and make your do a different link somehow at the end of the broadcast. Forgive me. Cher will be here with me shortly. This is technical stuff. Tanya doesn't do technical stuff. So now it might still be on Facebook. I don't know. Hold on. Go live. There we go. I hope. Okay. So now we're supposed to be live everywhere. Hi, guys. Sorry that we are so late. I had a bunch of family stuff going on today. I'm going to go ahead and try to add Cher now by way of our chat. And that might work, it might not, but we shall see. Here we go, guys. Cher, go ahead and pick that up if you can. The truth has no agenda. Listen to me. You are correct. I don't care who committed the Watts Girl. I do care. But if someone tells me it was Nicole Kessinger or neighbor Nate or anyone and you can prove it, then absolutely I want the truth. Yes, my phone is properly charged. Listen to me. The only reason I needed it the other day to be charged is because Cher couldn't get through. She was having technical trouble with her Wi-Fi. And so we had to do a phone call with Cher, and I'm hoping today it'll work out better. There she is. Beautiful girl. Add to stream. Cher, how are you?
It worked.
You look. I love your hair. Oh my gosh, I wish I had hair like that. I don't. Beautiful, beautiful. So you're here. Hi, how have you been?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I've been doing a lot of running around today, and I may have to end this, sort of abruptly. I don't think so. I mean, not, in 10 minutes. I mean, like an hour or so. Because we've got a bunch of stuff going on with my family right now, and it's good stuff, but, things are kind of crazy here. So welcome, everyone. Hi, all from the UK. Some spread lies. Others know the truth. Who is who? Hello, everyone. Cher, can you see the chat?
I mean, I think I can. Yeah, so I can go and look at it, but I think it freezes my picture when I do that. But yeah, I'll be able to see it here and there.
Don't worry about it then. So I'm not sure if you saw the live I did the other day with my beautiful psychic friend and my beautiful private eye friend. They gave us some insight that I thought was interesting to the Watts case. And Paula, the psychic, she has never been wrong. I mean, I asked her a personal question the other day and I didn't give her any hints or anything, and she immediately came out with the appropriate word. And I said, "Oh my gosh, how do you know that?" So she's wonderful, and she said that she sees that Trent gentleman, the guy who claimed to have had an affair with Chris. I think it was a little while ago. It wasn't exactly when he was dating or whatever, seeing NK, but it might have been a little bit prior to that, where Chris had an affair with him. And my psychic friend sees that this Trent might be involved in some way. What do you think about that?
I heard that, and at first I thought, wait, what? And then I was like, well, I don't. Okay, from my memory, he's like a dainty man, right?
I think he might be a shorter guy, but I think he was in his early mid-20s, perhaps. They've got a lot of strength, those young men. Definitely.
Well, I guess, it wouldn't shock me.
No, nothing would shock me at this point. No, I agree.
And not many people know that there was a gay lover in the picture. So when she said that, I was like, wow, because a lot of people I talked to actually didn't even know that, even though it was on the news and stuff, they don't know that.
And they kind of said, "Oh, Trent, you're lying. Goodbye." I don't know why. I didn't follow that much because they said that Trent is lying, so we can't listen to him. But now I haven't had the time. Oh my gosh, I've been so busy. But now I might go back in and take a look at that gentleman again and
I
see
might have to too.
what he might have to possibly have to do with it.
Yeah.
Also, Paula indicated that you know how Chris said that he and Shanann had sex that night, that perhaps there was some sort of a strangling involved in the game or the play or whatever they were doing. And you have someone walking behind you, Cher.
Oh, that's my friend Kayla.
Hi, Kayla. Can she hear me?
Yeah, she can hear me.
Hello.
She said hello.
Lovely. Yeah, but so I don't know if that was sort of part of the play that he had. And Paula said it may have been Trent who introduced that kind of a thing to him. And maybe he was doing it with Shanann and it got carried away. I don't think that's what happened because I think it was
When
done.
she brought that up,
Right.
I was thinking that's possibly, he said all the time Nicole was into some dark stuff.
Right.
So when she said that immediately, I was like, I wonder if that's something Nicole turned him on to. And then he was possibly trying it with Shanann. I don't know.
Sure.
His pregnant wife that already had trouble breathing. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either. And you know, I don't know. Let's see here. Bumblebee says, prove it to listen to me. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm gonna try not to get too behind in the chat because I did that last time. Crime discussion today. Here we go. I don't believe Trent was involved with the murders, but do believe he was sent by NK to take the heat off of her. Perhaps.
Yeah.
And there is some sort of a connection. She knew someone or she worked somewhere where someone Trent knew, or does anyone know what that connection is? Renee, I just don't see it that Trent and the other woman happened. If it did, FBI would check it. I would think they would check it, but perhaps they determined that it had nothing to do with the crime, either affair, and so therefore we're not going to worry too much about who, you know, he's been cheating on his wife with.
That's right.
Yeah,
if it wasn't linked to the murders, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
If it wasn't linked to the murders, it doesn't matter.
Right. And then here, J Ray 92 says NK and Trent are connected. He was at a rehab center that I saw in NK's call logs. Dum dum dum. I love that. I don't know. Was he at a rehab call center? Perhaps a rehab center, not a call center where everybody calls trying to sell you insurance. No. My mind is not here, folks. Please forgive me.
Okay, so I have a question. How did someone did the police then release rehab center call logs would be against the law to put out there that is a personal, like if I went to rehab, my doctor couldn't say I went there. He could not release any personal. So did the police then release those call logs? It's illegal.
Well, I know that the police, did they not release all of her call logs? I've seen that in black and white.
Privacy laws.
Right, but I think as part of an FBI investigation, you lose that privacy.
Do you?
But okay. I don't know. Do you? Does anyone know? I think that they are.
Look into it, apparently. Well, I mean, maybe. I guess I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like doing, having a search warrant for your house. They can look at your toiletries. They can look at, what kind of underwear you wear. They can do any of that, and they can actually post it if it's relevant. Okay. I believe in part of the discovery. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Yeah, on her call logs. Here's another one. The same rehab NK called. It was on her call logs. On the call logs on her call. Oh, her. Right. The prima facie proof that Shanann was strangled in NA's car was the evidence that NA. Now we're talking Nicole Atkinson provided to Baumhover. Her Life 360 app. Could you elaborate on that? Listen to me. I know that I don't blame Nicole Atkinson for anything. I think she was a harried and hurried mom, and she had a business trip, and she didn't know And I just don't see that. Now, I know that she mentioned um, that she
Okay.
was worried that she was going to be arrested, Nicole Atkinson. And what I think that has to do with is that maybe she gave Shanann like a pain medicine of hers or something because Shanann was having such massive headaches, and she might have given her maybe a Xanax or something to calm her down, and she was
When
worried.
she's pregnant, though, already like
Yeah,
a high risk pregnancy or what? No.
it wasn't. I don't think it was high risk necessarily, but because of
No,
her
but
lupus, it might have
I'm
been.
wondering with her lupus diagnosis, with the trouble breathing and the health problems, like my pregnancies were all high risk. I
Sure.
had to basically be on bed rest throughout pregnancies,
Oh
except for one.
my.
So, I guess I don't know with her health issues how she was, but she
No, I
was
don't know
traveling
either.
around quite a bit.
I'm sorry. What was it?
She was traveling around quite a bit, wasn't she? So maybe that
She
makes
was.
sense. Okay, well then take that off the table.
No, I know, but I wonder if maybe Nicole had given her something that she shouldn't have, and being such an innocent woman, an innocent housewife like me or you, she thought, oh my God, now I'm in trouble. I gave her one of my medicines, something like that. Which for me, yeah, I would think the FBI was going to be at my door if I did that. Pardon me. We have the back door open. I have allergies. Crimes discussion today. Yes, we have some of NK's call logs and a number for Hazelbrook sober living was called by NK. Interesting.
Huh.
But I mean, I'm wondering if she knew someone else there. Because if they all sort of live in the same community, it wouldn't be unheard of to know one of the 500 residents or
Uh,
no?
oh, that's too much to be a coincidence, I feel like.
Think.
So
My glasses.
Nicole and the guy who was claiming an affair with Chris were at the same rehab. Is that what they're saying?
No, Nicole called that rehab phone number for the facility, and
Okay.
Trent had been at one time there. Was he there while this was all going on? I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to know. What were the dates? When?
Right.
I
Does
don't.
anyone know the dates? And I wonder if that would be a good question for our private investigator
Yeah,
lady.
yeah,
Uh,
Danny.
yeah, Danny, she's adorable. You know what I didn't know, and I think it's about her. There was a TV series about her father and her, like a crime series. Does anyone know that? It was Parco something or other. I want to say 90s, but I stumbled across that looking for her website. I couldn't find her website. I'm a mess. I am, like Shanann always said, I'm a hot mess. I
Yeah,
definitely
Matt.
am.
Yeah.
And my research skills are lacking, and I do it in between everything else in life here. But um, okay, listen to me. And he strangled Shanann as Shanann sat in the front passenger seat. Listen to me as saying that I believe that Nick Atkinson, her teenage boy, strangled Shanann. Um, and I don't know if that were true. How do we get the video footage of Shanann walking up to the house that night? I mean, it was definitely her. She was definitely
That
alive.
was her walking up. We watched her take her luggage, walk up to the door,
We
look
did.
at her phone, and walk in the house.
And I'm
Shanann
sure that could have
walked
been
out of that car.
doctored, but now we're talking high tech stuff although, teenage boys are always into that kind of,
Where
stuff, but
who
I
do
don't
they think that was? Nicole Kessinger? Would
know.
have.
No, definitely Shanann. We saw her face. I mean, we
That's what I'm
really
saying.
saw her face.
She
Right.
wasn't choked out in the car.
Okay, listen to me says that video is not from the same day. How did they get the time stamps on there? I don't know. I don't know how they would do that, make it look as if it were
Mhm.
that night. Crime discussion today. That's what I think, Tanya, that Nicole Atkinson maybe gave her a pill or knew more about Shanann's emotional state, and that's why she's nervous. Perhaps, right. Right. And she
Right.
thought she might go to jail for, innocently giving her friend pain medicine that wasn't prescribed to her for her headaches or for her, whatever Shanann was going through that weekend. Um, and I know that a lot of that migraine medicine can be prescribed during pregnancy. Because again, I said that, I had a girlfriend, Marla, during her first pregnancy, she had a massive car accident and she broke her back. And they prescribed her all that crazy stuff, but it was actually safe for her pregnancy. So I don't know. Now, this is something everyone's been talking about online, and I'm not fully schooled in this way of thought yet. I haven't really investigated what the heck they're talking about. But listen to me, says, and the car headlight movement in Nate's video does not match the headlight movement in the Shanann getting home video. That I don't know. I don't know. Could it be a different angle? I mean, to me, I can clearly see Nicole Atkinson waiting in the driveway. And then when Shanann gets the door open and passes through it, she pulls away. Like I do with my girlfriends. You know, if you're dropping them off at night, even though husbands are in there or whatever, you still want to make sure that they're fully in and fully safe. And that's what I thought.
Listen to me. Do you think then this is what some people have been saying, that the whole case is almost a staged event?
That's possible. I don't think so, though. I mean, look at those grieving parents, you know, on both sides. But
yet no puzzle pieces fit together in this case, which is why 2 years later, everyone's continuing to try and piece it together, right?
Everyone wants to know what happened because it doesn't make sense. And again, to me, the simplest answer is usually correct, which is that the husband killed the whole family.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. I really do. I don't think this Trent gentleman would have gone out on a limb for Nicole or even for Chris and killed his family. I don't think so. Like it or not, okay, here's one. Listen to me, like it or not, Sandy is the shot caller in the house. So that wasn't like it or not. I'm so sorry. I read one and I click on another one. Really brain dead here. Sandy is the shot caller in the house. That's possibly true. I am in my home as well. Sure, I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. That, you know, my husband listens to whatever I say, and it's still a mutual agreement thing, but I pretty much...
Well, that's nice. My kids don't listen to me. Neither does my dog.
My daughter doesn't either, but I mean, my husband at least is usually pretty quiet and reserved, and I have the big mouth around here, and my daughter, she has a big mouth too, so... Here's listen to me again. Like it or not, Nate's video proves Shanann never got out of Nicole Atkinson's car. Listen to me. Forgive me for asking you this, but you have a YouTube channel. I'd be fascinated to see what you're talking about. And I'm probably an idiot for not knowing whether or not you have a YouTube channel. Forgive me. If you do, I will certainly subscribe. I'd like to know more about that. Or maybe point me in the direction of some other YouTuber or some other place I can watch the videos and see what you're talking about if it were pointed out to me.
What do you think about that text I sent you earlier? Do you think the one Nicole still in Denver working there? Same name, everything.
Should I call? I didn't know if you wanted to let that information go publicly or not, but Cher has a tip that Nicole Kessinger is still in Denver and working at what company, Cher? I don't want people to harass her if she's innocent.
We won't say the company. We won't say.
Okay, good. We won't say it here, but that would probably
be still around, hiding in plain sight.
That would be just a phone call saying, oh, someone named Nikki called me. You know, I can't lie, so maybe you could do that. You're Miss Investigator here, you know, see if the woman, if you can get her on the phone. Oh, my. You know the company. You might as well.
I was already thinking that today.
Yeah, but you'll have to say that she called you. Because just to call to speak with her, they're going to say, oh, no, you're the press. We're not going to put her through. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm calling her back. I had a missed call. I'm calling her back.
Yeah, I had a missed call from someone named Nikki something, and I'm sorry, my phone cut her off. Oh, we're terrible people, aren't we?
Okay, yeah. Stop talking. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
Do that. Awesome. Pardon me, I've got a gnat. People keep leaving my back door open. It's like 90 degrees out. We get the pool right out there. Okay. They were coming home, J-Ray 92. They were coming home from a business trip. Why would Nicole Atkinson stop to pick up her teenage son in the middle of the night? You think Shanann wouldn't think that was odd? Are we sure that Nick was in the car? I don't know. Maybe she just why would she? How do we know he was in the car? I don't remember hearing that. Do you, Cher?
I thought I heard. Yeah, he was in the car. He was there when the police were talking to him. When they called, the son was there.
No, we're talking about the night prior when she came home at 1:48 in the morning.
Never seen that. Never seen anything, and I didn't really hear if the son was in the backseat of the car. I thought it was just her.
How do we know he was there? Could somebody who's way smarter than me put that up? How we knew he was there? Sorry. Hold on. Up. I'm really not with it tonight. You guys have to forgive me. I am so sorry.
You're
I'm trying
fine.
to. Okay, thank
It would
you.
have to be. Oh God, I don't know.
I don't either. And Dr. B, good evening, Dr. B. Love you bunches.
Hi,
Hello,
Dr.
Claire.
B.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
You guys
to
are
meet you
both
too.
amazing ladies, and I love that you guys are you met each other now. So thank you, Dr. B. And I think I'm pretty sure I have a link to her channel below. Unless again it's Facebook. Why would they ban the link that I sent to you, Cher?
I'm not
Or I
sure.
guess for your channel. And what I did was I'm real familiar with the smart URL page or whatever. I pay money to be able to make a smart URL, which is like tanyahagen.smarturl.com or whatever, and a link for all my books. Because real quick explanation, as an author, if you simply copy the link that you get when you search for your book and a buyer goes through there and purchases the book through that link, they won't be allowed to write a review because it traces right back to your name. And so they're going to think that I bought these readers or whatever. So for every book, I create a smart URL so that it kind of jumbles the real connection, only comes up with the smart URL address. So I went through all of you and Dr. B and JS for Justice and everybody, Jimeva, everybody who I've either been on their channel or they've been very kind to me. And, Jimeva is doing a book review on No Inclination. I went through and I turned everything into a smart URL so that it would be easy and people could remember it. And yours was Voices Behind the Wall .smart URL or something very simple like that. So I'll have to go make another one. And when I do, I'll put it back up here on the YouTube channel and all prior, showings that I had. I have no idea why would Facebook think that is a bad address? I don't get it. I really don't.
Weird.
Yeah. Listen to Me says she's not the shot caller. I'm assuming you mean Sandy Rusek is not the person who calls the shots. I see it that way. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a strong woman in the family, I think it's beautiful. Let's see here. Megan J. Hi, Megan. Listen to me, and you say my theories are ridiculous. Oh, but you believe
Yeah.
Shenanigans has a partner, daughter's death. Again, I don't want you guys to fight on here. I know you're just at this point it's sort of a healthy debate. So I don't know who's saying what, but listen to me. You have some fascinating explanations. But if you think about it, has there ever been a complicated murder like that? That
It's too much. It's
too much.
why did you need all of these different? It makes no sense.
Yeah,
Like
it makes
that.
no sense to me. Again, with Occam's razor, the simplest answer is usually correct, that this man simply did what many, many fathers and husbands have done, unfortunately, and even what many wives have done, kill the family. I don't see why that's so hard to believe. People say Chris wasn't strong enough. Of course he was. His wife was 145 pounds. His children were like 38 and 39 pounds. They were very tiny little
If
babies.
you guys go back and look at the pictures of him from July and August of 2018, when he was a bodybuilder on all of these supplements, the dude was ripped.
Yeah, he was. And I'm sure he could pick up 145 pounds and carry it. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, if not down the stairs, which is difficult because I've carried, things when my old black lab something happened to his back legs, I would basically carry his hind end down the stairs and you trip. So I understand why he may have simply dragged her body down most of the stairs, and he might, be frightened of tripping and then being found like that. And that might have been better. We wouldn't have all these inquiries and the babies might still be alive if that happened. But let's see here. Oh, new comments. Shrink Sideboard says, hi, Mama Bear. Oh, hi, Mama Bear. Nice to see you here. Everybody, I love it when I have people who come back and watch again. I really need, and again, if you want to win the free book, which I'm probably going to announce on my Facebook wall, or actually I'll just come into the videos and announce the winner on Friday. I'm going to be at my mother's house, but I'll announce the winner if you comment in the chat, or if you comment below the video. I don't care if you like me or you hate me, because I know some people hate me. No one hates you, Sarah. You're amazing. But you can go ahead and do that, and then subscribe to my channel. I will randomly draw from all the eligible entries, which would be all the eligible comments who have subscribed to my channel, and I'm going to send out one more signed free copy of No Inclination, and that'll be on Friday. I'll go ahead and draw the number. But anyway, I've gotten off on a tangent. Where were we? What were we talking about?
That book.
Okay, now Dr. B. Thank you, Dr. B. Tanya Hagen. I've recently learned that Nick picked Shanann and Nicole Atkinson up from the airport. Oh, which is why Nicole Atkinson was afraid she'd get arrested for letting. Okay, he was like 15. You're right. Okay, so
that makes sense. Yes, that makes
might
sense.
be as simple as that. But
right.
If he had his permit, that would be legal. But maybe the poor thing didn't have his permit yet. And that makes sense. I know Nicole Atkinson seems to be a very, straight-laced woman, like, most mothers are at that age. You're not gonna. I mean, yeah, she might give her friend a pill or let her son drive without a permit, but she's not going to kill anyone. I really don't see that. Now, listen to me, says to Dr. B. Where'd it go? I am so sorry. Okay. Dr. B, Nick was in the back seat and strangled Shanann.
Were you in the back seat? Listen to me. How do you know? Was there a video? Was there pictures? Were you in the car? Tell us, please.
I don't know. I think they're basing all that on the way the headlights looked in Neighbor Nate's video versus how they looked on the doorbell cam. Is that correct?
Right, the Ring camera, whatever it is. Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they didn't sync up. Well, I mean, if they didn't look right because of the angle. I don't know.
Could be.
Can someone put up a link to those videos comparing the two ways the headlights were, or whatever it is that everyone is basing this potential theory on? I'd love to see that. This is the only homicide case in Colorado with the amount of information released. Okay, that's true. That should answer all the questions in itself. In what way? You're right. The discovery should answer all our questions, but it seems to be
they're not right now.
Void of the most pertinent questions that we all want to know. And that's a shame. But again, Dr. B is going to purchase a bunch of additional files. And oh my gosh, thank you, Dr. B. I cannot wait to see what you get. It might answer a lot of our questions, and unfortunately it'll only be a little while before everything you bring home from that discovery will be everywhere. I certainly won't share it unless you tell me I can, but getting the information out to the public is certainly important. If there
is that legal to do?
Yeah.
She can purchase them and she can release them publicly?
Well, it's not that she's buying them. She's simply paying the fees, the document fees to the police department, Frederick Police Department, whatever they require for the permit or whatever it is to get that information to her. It's not like she's buying them and, in the alley behind the police department. She's going, of course, away, to get them. Just like those videos of the audios of the phone calls to the Watts family from Chris. And again, it breaks my heart to hear those, because you can hear this lovely family who only loves their son. They love their grandchildren and their daughter-in-law. And, they're so broken. They're so broken. My heart goes out to them and to the Rusak family. So I felt kind of bad listening to those private phone calls, but they're not private. They're actually public. And that's an understanding. Mama Bear, she can't buy them and then individually sell them, but she can upload what she gets. Correct, Mama Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. B is not gonna sell them on the black market here. Let's see here. And I hope, true crime. Oh, open. I cannot show. Okay. She can basically disperse them. True crime, truth seeker. I hope we get some stuff on NK. I don't hope, but
I don't
I am
know.
very open to listen to it or look at it or whatever. I certainly hope that another woman did not do this to this woman, those beautiful babies. I mean, how can she live with herself on the inside or on the outside of, jail? I don't think so. I
I
really
just don't
don't think
think so. I fully believe she knew after. I believe he did what he did. He
so. Okay.
called that other guy. I think he told her after it was done, which is why I think her phone pinged. You said you thought she was stalking him or whatever. Maybe she was driving by to be like, is he serious? Are there cops there? Is Shenan's like, maybe she was just trying to see like what's going on over there because she got some text from him saying something like, it's taken care of, or what? I don't know what he would have said.
Right, that I told Shanann and now we're going to be split, and she wanted to see if maybe Shanann was out there packing his bags on the driveway.
Right. I mean, it does make her sound a little crazy, but I mean, who knows what he could have said.
A murderer, I don't think she's a murderer. And Paula said something interesting that in Nicole NK knew about the murders after the fact, which would make her be an accessory after the fact for not coming forth with all the information she knew.
Okay, Amber Frey would have then been arrested because she knew after the fact.
Okay, but she came forward and said, "Oh my God, he killed her." I think,
yeah, I
right?
guess that's true. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Okay, and then Nicole was too afraid. I don't know. I don't know what it. I don't think she knew though. I mean,
and would you want to be tied to the No.
No. I mean, and if he did tell her, I would think she would go straight to the police and say, this guy I've been seeing probably killed his whole family, and I can't not talk to you about it, because here's what happened. I don't think she'd keep it to herself. I think that she would. I mean,
tell
maybe.
Best friend.
Yeah, definitely. Megan J., if you look up past case discoveries in Colorado, besides the victim and the person charged in the case, everyone's personal information is redacted. Interesting. Especially anyone underage.
Right.
Did they redact information about Nick Atkinson? Did they? I don't know. Are we delaying here? I don't know.
Fine.
I hear a slight lag, but are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
You okay, Sherry?
Yeah.
Okay. Caffeine Q. Nick. Hold on.
Are you kidding?
It's taking forever. You guys can still see me. Are we back? We're back. Caffeine Q. Nick might have drove to pick up his mom and Shanann, but he did not strangle Shanann. Are you kidding me? No, right. I that little boy, no matter what, he's still a little boy. And gosh, until they're 30, they're little boys, whatever. I don't see that happening. I really don't.
It's an interesting take, and now I kind of want to watch.
Whatever
the video. Yeah, just to see now that side came up. I got to go back.
Right. Whatever video evidence they might have, sure, I'll watch it. And I might even come to that conclusion. I doubt it. But hold on. Tanya Hagen, I was reading her transcripts. This is True Psych. This is Dr. B again. True Psych Word. I was reading her transcripts and it struck me that NK was volunteering a lot of information that is significant in the case, but otherwise wouldn't be. Wow, interesting. So, Dr. B, you're saying that she contributed information that on hindsight or whatever, looking back on it, it was significant to the case, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know.
Like what part? Like maybe her being in there saying that she saw the kids' bedrooms, and like what part of that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Of what she said would be significant in helping, or whatever.
Right. What part would be significant to show information that maybe NK was pretending she didn't know if it was significant or not? I mean, that would be creepy. Hi, everyone. I have to go. Smitty, nice to see you
Hi,
anyway.
Smitty.
Nice. Thank you for showing up. Awesome. And of course, it's going to be here on replay later, our whole show. I will never believe, Caffeine Q, I will never believe Nick murdered Shanann. No, I don't think so either. But listen to me. You seem to be pretty passionate about your theory, and I would love to see your evidence because it's kind of fascinating. And, a lot of people, I mean, I've heard people for a moment blame Nicole Atkinson or even, again, neighbor Nate,
Right.
that perhaps they both or one or the other had something to do with it. And sure, I mean, that's possible, but I really need to see the evidence. And who is this? Um, KK Smithson. She slipped about
Yep.
Monday he was going to put the house up for sale. Really?
I heard that.
Maybe Chris told her that and said, yeah, we're getting the separation. And as of Monday, because he did call that realtor that day and say, I don't know where Shanann is, but let's talk. That's kind of creepy. Don't you think that was kind of creepy? And calling the children's school to say, my kids are, this is, people like Tammy, I'm sorry, Tammy and I weren't able to be on yesterday. We both had stuff going on. But we're going to be here next Monday together. But where was I going with this? Tammy thinks that Chris genuinely did not know that something happened to his children. And that's why, on Monday, he placed a call to the school saying, we're selling the house. Our kids are going to, not be there anymore. Hey, by the way, are they there? That kind of thing. I think that he did not, if Tammy is correct, he just genuinely didn't know what happened to his family. But I don't think so.
No. No.
No. Hi, Dr. B again. Tanya Hagen, for example, she talked about the mattress with no sheets,
Yep.
smelly sheets. He wore a wife beater, etc. Details only CW and the police knew at the time, significant to the crime scene. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I know they put it in the Lifetime movie that he was FaceTiming her and she saw the sheets stripped behind him on the bed that he was sitting on. Is that correct? Perhaps that she was FaceTiming him at the time?
I
And
don't
therefore, yeah, and therefore she saw what was physically going on with his clothing and also what was going on with the bedroom behind him, which would have been probably Celeste's bedroom.
It was super hard watching that. It was it was chilling to watch that.
The movie, the
Yeah.
Lifetime movie, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really scary, and I think that I was watching it. I think my book had just released earlier in the week, and I was watching it to see how much
How compared.
how we compared with our fictional tale about the murders. And so that's what I was primarily watching for. And I don't like the way that they did the actual murder of Shanann scene. I didn't see it happening that way at all. They sort of acted as if he was just becoming insulted by Shanann,
Right.
all the things she was saying, and he kind of exploded, blew up, whatever. I don't believe that happened. I honestly think he premeditated.
Yeah.
At least for a week or two, at least from the time where he gave the pain medicine to Shanann when they were in North Carolina, which was what, 2 weeks prior, or was it a week prior? Something like that. But hold on. True Crime, Megan J. At True Crime, True Seeker, sorry, I was mid-sentence when I saw your comment. Yes, I believe Nate's footage had been edited. Really? Boy, you guys. And the conspiracy theories, good or bad, they keep going on. And again, I will listen to everyone.
Well,
and I'm hoping
the footage being edited is one of the ones I can actually believe because it's not that far out there. More than Chris not knowing what the heck happened to his children and all that. I mean,
right.
Or somebody being choked in the back of the car or whatever. Like, I could believe that it gets edited.
So do you guys think that Nate's video of Chris carrying what I can clearly see is what looks like bodies or people to the vehicle, do you think that video was edited, or do you think that Nate's video capturing Nicole Atkinson's car coming home, dropping off Shanann at 1:48 in the morning. That one is edited, or both. Can you guys tell me here in chat? Sorry. I took off my glasses because I was getting a glare and I couldn't see the screen anymore. I don't know if it's the setting sun behind my house or what. Let's see here. And of course, I can't see without them. So you guys are really going to love me in the next few minutes here. Let's see. Go live, Dr. B. Live, Megan J. Go live, True.
All right. Next question.
Sure, go ahead.
No, not from me, from whoever's in the chat.
Oh, okay. Where is it? Can you see it? Which one? Who's it from?
I just wanted the next question from that person, that's all.
Oh, which person? I'm sorry, which one?
Never mind. Well, he keeps asking these questions, and I'm just like done with that one. I'm done with that question.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah.
If Chris dragged bodies, the 3 dogs would have picked up the scent in the yard and garage, and it didn't. We go back to that. I don't. And I'm hoping this is not true, but could Shanann have been still alive for the ride over to? I'm sorry?
Somebody was. We seen the foot, the feet in the shadows, but again, I thought that was a little girl.
That was one of the children. Right, I think that was Bella. But what I'm saying, though, is could he have strangled her and she passed out but was not quite dead yet? And at that point, what did he do to finish her off before he put her in the hole? Or did he even put her in the hole completely alive? At which point he could have called 911, served 15 years for attempted murder, and, that was it. Or, of which he would probably serve 5, unless he would be like, one of your friends who you try to get justice for, Cher. But I think that why would he, he had so much time to think and rethink and think again, especially about the children,
Right.
The choices he made about the children. He could have saved them. He could have dropped them at the bus station. He could have dropped them, in a Walmart parking lot or any kind of 24-hour store. And yeah, they would have said, yeah, twice. If he actually did smother them with a pillow earlier that night, and then they both woke back up, but I think maybe Celeste did not wake up again.
Right.
So then he probably thought he had no choice but to kill, baby Bella and Shanann, because he had already done this. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, listen to me again. I love all these other theories, guys, and I don't ever want to fight about it, because we're just trying to find justice. None of us are trying to make sure that our word is, gold and everybody else's is, mud. Hold on. Listen to me. Dogs don't pick up on someone dead for 30 seconds. Shanann was moved immediately. I think you and I agree on that point. Listen to me. I think that Shanann might have been, you're correct, immediately. So I don't know. If that's the case, then no, the dogs would not have picked up on that. Cher, has that been your experience as well?
So we do have someone that is willing to call in from St. Paul, but right now in the cities has been crazy with the riots and everything. But we do have a lady who has rescued cadaver dogs, and her daughter are willing to speak with us and tell us kind of how it works. I haven't really said much online about it because I'd rather the professional say what she's thinking. But right now, this past year has just been insanity here and a race war. So I'm not bothering her right now. I'll try when things calm down in a week.
No, leave her alone. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Plan that for the future whenever they would be ready.
Yeah.
That would be lovely. I'd love to have people like that on that know about the cadaver dog thing and all the ins and outs. Mama Bear, the blanket he identifies as the murder weapon is seen in the Watts house on the bed. Mama Bear, are you talking about, was it actually in the home or was it in the trash can?
The trash can?
Yeah, nothing. No, I'm talking about in the garage where there appeared to be a child's doll and certainly a water bottle that resembled very much a water bottle that Celeste had in a few of Shanann's photos, and perfectly good water bottle, and also what appeared to be maybe a pink blanket. And why on earth did they not bag and tag that stuff? Because but then again, maybe the officer, Coonrod, is thinking, well, I don't have small children. Maybe they go through this stuff quickly and they throw it away and they go get new, whatever. But I still have my daughter's blankies from when she was, 8 months old, up in a box upstairs. So usually young families do not do that.
Hi,
They would
JD. Sorry.
Who's it?
JD just woke up to join us. It's 1:30 in the UK, and she just woke up to come and join us.
Much, JD, wherever you are. Yeah, Dave says blanket was at the house, but they were both smothered by a hand, not a blanket or a pillow. Dave, I've heard you mention that before, and that is fascinating and horrific information. Is that true? And are we talking about it must be true simply because there were no fibers found in their nose or mouth? If that's the case, I really think that it would, even if they were submerged in water, would that not wash it? Would the fibers not wash away? I don't know. I really don't know. What do you think, Cher?
Well, I don't think it would be long enough to. I know they said that her face indent was on there, but I just don't believe that. Unless, I mean, did she have a bunch of foundation on? Now, if I'm traveling, I know I like my makeup and everything, but if I'm traveling for hours and it's 2 a.m, I would not be able to have my makeup on like that because I have very sensitive eyes.
So sure. Yeah.
So it didn't look like she had makeup on either, really, in the camera. I don't know. So I don't think her face imprint would be on there. I don't think that's. No.
I don't know, but with me, I can wear makeup or not wear makeup, and people swear I look exactly the same as whether or not I wear makeup. And right now I've got some on, so I don't frighten all my lovely viewers. But normally I do wear makeup to the grocery store or whatever, and you don't really see it if you match your skin tone with the foundation and all that stuff.
Get an actual face imprint, like you'd have to have some real dark, wet makeup on, right? And be like smothered in that for a while.
Unless he wrapped her face and her head very tightly, and rolled onto that. That's possible. I don't know. A new person, Cupcake Rainbow High. Weren't there 2 Yankees blankets? Cece tore a tag off and liked the feeling of the tag, so Shanann bought her another one. Oh, that reminds me of my baby girl. She did something like that too. I don't know. Were there 2? Maybe there were. I think that there was a new one and an old one, maybe. I don't know for sure. I'd like to find out if anyone knows. Megan J, I don't think her face makeup would make a perfect outline.
Right. True.
Yeah. You would have to press pretty hard and have a lot on her face. It would be smeared and not like you. That's true. That is true. So I don't know if that is correct. People are talking about a holy shroud type of thing. I don't think that would have happened. I do what you mean now. Dr. B, Cupcake Rainbow, I don't recall seeing that information, but it does make sense. I'd have to look. I don't know. Forgive me. I'm not sure what information you're talking about because, again, I'm missing everything here. Hey, Tanya, I love listening to your views. Oh, thank you. I believe I love listening to everyone else's views too. And I do believe he did it by himself. But again, show me the evidence and I'll be all over whatever it is if we can actually have justice for this beautiful family. And I would like it not to be Chris. I sure as heck would not, I'd much rather it have been a stranger who hurt especially the babies. But
so everyone's just throwing theories out there and they all believe there was somebody else there. Chris couldn't do it alone. Then how come we don't think that Nate, the next door neighbor, helped him?
That's true. You're right. And
why haven't we pointed fingers right there? Yeah, he knew an awful lot, and he was the one who called the cops and was quick to show the footage right away and knew everything right away, real quick.
And he lied to the police, did he not?
Right. Yes, he was caught lying.
Arguments, yeah,
sure was.
And he retracted that statement later.
Yeah.
So he knew it was a lie, probably the moment he said it. Hi, Dr. B. I believe the stains on the pillowcase were from that Starbucks cup. If you zoom in, you can see debris sticking to it. So maybe coffee stains. Maybe. Now, there was a Starbucks cup that was found in the trash can in, I believe, the kitchen. And it was imprinted, or it was, stamped. I just got Starbucks today. I could go look at it. But on the receipt, it said something like 9:49 a.m. or at some point in the morning when Chris was at work, and when there was no one in the house, no matter how the crime happened. My guess, and someone, I believe Tammy told me that it was a cold iced drink. It wasn't a hot coffee. So what I think could have happened is that Nicole Atkinson, for her young son, got him one of those, frappuccinos as basically a glorified milkshake, and he was drinking it in the car all day. And at some point where we don't have body cam footage, the young man brought it into the trash can, just threw it away. And again, Tammy told me it was actually under the sheet, the discarded sheet in the trash can.
I've only been hearing bits and pieces. Not enough.
Hi, who's that?
My friend Kayla, I said, do you have any theories? She said, I've only heard bits and pieces, not enough to say anything on it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Listen to me, I'm the world's leading expert. Oh no, and most trusted name in the CW case. JD, you're not new here. You know this already. I'm sorry. Listen to me. I don't know who you are. I always use my real name, and I don't know all these hats. And again, I've always kept out of the drama of all the creators and all of the Facebook people, because I don't want to be part of that, and I don't know. So listen to me. If you do have a channel, please post a link. I would love to go check it out. And I don't know who you are, forgive me. But I guess that might be a good thing. As far as I don't want to have an opinion of anyone, good or bad. The cup is from the 14th, and it could have been Thayer's. Thank you.
That's what I was thinking. Like, did anyone say the date? They said the time, and there was a couple. Was there an actual date on there?
And Dr. B just said it was the 14th.
Thank you, Dr. B.
You are amazing. I appreciate that. Hi, Robin Wilson. I appreciate that because I've never gotten a straight answer on that. So if it was from the 14th and it did appear below the sheet that was in the trash can as well, then perhaps then it would have to be Chris who put the sheet in the trash can, correct? Unless whoever it was that brought the Starbucks actually, stripped a bed and threw the sheet in there, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But Chris was pretty much there alone. Now, am I right that the 14th was the day that the dog handlers came through? Is that correct with the date for that investigation with the dogs?
That would actually make sense then. And she had a coffee.
If you think Clint Eastwood is a stud, oh, I'm losing this talk here. Mama Bear. Where is the timestamp? I don't know. Can somebody shed more information, more light on that for me? I don't know where the timestamp would be. I'm assuming it's on the receipt. But if it is from the 14th, then that all goes out the window, that it was someone on the 13th. And even then, I would think it would be the Atkinsons and perhaps even the boy. He wanted like a little milkshake drink, and he brought it in out of his mother's car during the investigation. We didn't see that because we were upstairs with the body cam of Officer Coonrod. I don't know. Okay. I keep trying to pop these up, and they go away. Oh, my. So goofy. Listen to me. Tanya Hagen, that's my husband's last name. It's mine too. Next stream, play videos so I can walk you through this case. I would love to. I am a baby. I'm an infant with this technology stuff. If and when, knock on wood, I figure out how to do the video, I will certainly, broadcast that as well. I would love to. If anybody out there, maybe I'll talk to Dr. B, knows how to do through StreamYard. I've got the upgraded product with StreamYard. I don't have the free stuff, so I should have some capability to run a video. I just don't know what button I push and where I would load it, but I will definitely try by next and Dr. B again. The Thayers came to Chris Watts' house around 10 a.m. on the 14th. The cup was purchased just before 10. Thank you, Dr. B, the voice of reason. Okay, I totally believe that.
That's simple answer right there.
Simple answer. So it didn't belong to any, ghost-like killer. It actually belonged to most likely the Thayers, or even Chris might have run out that morning, with his family missing and got himself a Starbucks milkshake or whatever. Let's see. True psych word. Megan J. I have to look. I feel like I remember seeing her holding the cup. Oh, really? Are you talking about Amanda Thayer? Yeah, there's that video of them standing outside with Chris.
Yep.
And they're kind of like around the corner of the garage right here in front, while the police dogs are running through, or maybe it might just be when the police officers are doing an interior investigation. I don't know. But let's look at look for that video and let's find it.
Yeah, we gotta watch it again.
And that may have been the day that Chris did all those sermons from the porch where he gave me the title to my book, No Inclination. I don't know, but I want to go look at that again, certainly.
Right.
And we're coming up on an hour here. Let's see here. I have to run, and I'm so sorry that Cher and I were so late. The cup said 2 of 2, so 2 things were purchased. Thank you, Dr. B. So it probably was the Thayers buying their, late morning drink, and it was hot, so certainly it would be a cold drink. We just got Starbucks today, actually. So yeah, that makes sense. It would have been 2 items. There were 2 people, both Amanda and it's Nick right there. Is that not his name as well? There's so many Nicks in this case. Very odd. Very weird. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh, the 2 of 2. I already put that up. Sorry, guys. The cup was on top of Chris's breakfast, but not sure the sheet placement. Bubbly, thank you. I believe Tammy said that the sheet was on top of the cup. So whoever put the sheet there, that cup was already in the trash. Personally,
Right.
I'd put that in recycling, but a lot of people don't have recycling, I don't know. But so yeah, the sheet, according to Tammy, the sheet was on top of the cup. So I don't know. Cupcake, but there were 2. I think that, right, that's what Dr. B said, that the cup itself said 2 of 2. And usually they put a name on there. Even if you go to the drive-thru,
Right.
they'll put your name on your cup. So I don't know whose name, that would solve everything with that. When would they have put the pillowcases in the trash? True crime, true seeker. Were the pillowcases in the trash? I thought it was only a sheet. No?
The trash can in the garbage. True crime, true seeker. Is it in the garage, right? Garbage can in the garage. There's pillowcases.
Or the one that's in the kitchen.
Or in the kitchen one.
Yeah, I don't know. Amber thought that CW used them to clean up and wash them. Oh. And the state come out, CW put them in the garbage. Are we talking about the toys or I'm getting confused again. Number 1, I don't have any glasses on. Number 2, I'm just, an airhead. But, and I can't see the chat, or it's going too quickly.
Right.
Yeah, let's see here. We already. Who didn't want Chris to get the death penalty? I don't know. I'm assuming Chris didn't want it, but again,
nobody was worried about that.
It wouldn't be an immediate death penalty. It would be, years.
Right.
Yeah, right. That's what I've heard from both families, that no one really.
Right.
It's like 36 years before they even consider putting you, where you need to be to start the death penalty, the death row thing. Am I right? I mean, it's like years and years and years.
Many, many years. But that was being worked to have it ended completely, and I think they knew that. So
okay, and because right. They were already in the process of getting, eliminating the death penalty entirely.
And so they probably heard, like, well, we're eliminating. So they already knew, which is probably one of the reasons that people think he didn't do it. Why would he plead guilty? They probably already knew that was never going to happen.
No. So it didn't really matter.
They didn't care
whether or not the taken in order to avoid the death penalty. I don't think that was the motive for taking the plea.
No.
No, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, if it was me and I had my family, if I had both my parents still and a lovely sister and her children, I would fight like heck to get out of there in time to spend some time with them. If I wasn't guilty, I would tell some confidant, even my attorney, that these terrible people out there are threatening my family, and I think the family might have been able to go into witness protection. I don't know how that works, but I don't know. I just don't know. Listen to me. Think about this party people. That's so adorable how you call everyone that. That's so cute. Sandy was calling Chris August 13th, even before he called Sandy to tell Sandy that Shanann was missing. Well, I know that Sandy had that vision. Trust me, I believe 1,000,000% in psychic visions. She saw her daughter, and she knew that Shanann was gone. Very early that morning at like 4:30 in the morning. And, I've woken up in the middle of the night and terrified about my kid, and she has a high fever or something. I didn't know about it. And that is something that mothers have, that intuition that you can't explain. Yeah, it is, supernatural, and we have it. And, if Sandy had that vision that morning, of course she's going to worry about her daughter. She'll want to call her first thing in the morning. What is that? Okay, JD. Watts is pretending to be a stupid boy who could not do what he did, but he did it. Yeah, I agree that's possible. Megan J. Still can't figure out how Rourke was able to completely leave a stipulation out of Chris's plea agreement. Why do we have laws to govern these these government officials don't have to follow if they don't have to follow them? I don't know. We have a corrupt system, or it's not a flawless system, and our justice system needs to be reformed desperately. Like Cher can certainly tell you, there's so many people who are incarcerated, and they should be out here with us because they either didn't do anything, or the thing they did, was not as bad as their sentence. Certainly, again, like Rhonda Glover, she needed to do maybe 3 years. It was self-defense. I mean, don't we wish that Shanann might have had a gun that night, at least shot him in the knee and grabbed her kids and ran? So yeah, I know that our justice system is terribly flawed, and it'll take a lot of work to take care of that. But I think that everyone's not even considering that type of thing right now, that our lives are so skewed and so off the wall, basically. Let's see here. But Sandy never called or texted. But Sandy never called or texted Shanann to see if she was okay. Really? She didn't even try Shanann's phone. Now, I don't know. I think they all had iPhones. I have an iPhone. But if your phone is off, as Shanann's was, do those texts come in later? Because I never turn my poor little phone off. I turn off the ringer when I'm doing something, but I don't turn it off. I don't know what happens to a text. But it would be, you're right, there would be a record of it. How odd. I did not know that. There are so many weird things that pop up. So what does that all mean? If Sandy didn't bother with, talking directly to Shanann, that she went straight to Chris and to Nicole Atkinson, what does that mean?
Sandy is Chris's mom, right?
No, Sandy is Shannann's mom. Cindy is Chris's mom.
You guys, okay.
Yeah, similar names, but I always remember that because
why do people want to keep bringing Shanann's family? Like, they're covering for her somehow. I just will not understand. If anyone kills my daughter, I'm not covering for anybody.
No.
You better run.
No, never. No. And I think that the Ruseks are satisfied with the answer that Chris did everything.
Yeah.
And that's sort of why they don't want us to stir the pot or poke at the fire, or whatever you want to call it, by saying that this NK woman, as much as they most likely can't stand her and really have, ill feelings towards her, they don't want her to be blamed because it stirs up trouble that they don't have anymore, and they don't need it. They want to, they want to grow and heal, and they can't do any of that if we keep saying, but look at NK, when they probably know full well that she wasn't involved. That's my guess.
Right.
Was cleared. Everyone else was cleared, and Chris did it. And of course, they don't want to be tortured with any other explanation. I don't know. Just my thought. What is that? Bumblebee. Let me know. They're never going to get the 6 million. Oh, I know. They are not going to get the 6 million. Yeah, he doesn't have those assets, obviously. But
No.
again, I mean, if I don't know how they would get it from him, the sale of the home they owed.
Well, what they'll end up doing, like for Rhonda, what was in talks, he can do paid interviews and stuff like that. He can do stuff about his story, but then he cannot profit off of it, but they can make it where, I'm doing this interview for 10 grand and it all goes to Shanann's family. That's the way they do that. It needs to be approved by judges and all of this, but there has been cases where that happens to help the family get their money. In fact, I believe O.J. Simpson's case was one of those. I think his book deals and stuff like that, and the royalties had to go to Nicole's family, Ron Goldman's family.
Because they won the civil suit, right?
Things like that. So there is a way for them to get their money, and it's going to be allowing Chris to talk his bullshit lies, and then the money's going to go to Shanann's family.
Okay. So
that would be my guess. If you watch him start doing like interviews around the anniversaries or whatever, I believe he's possibly getting paid. He's already done some. He's done some interviews. So I believe he's getting something given to the family instead of because he can make it. That's my belief.
That would be great. Something not good, but something that could help them out a little bit could come out of, what he does. My dog's going batty out back here. Hold on. I think they have a chance to get their money, honestly. True crime, True Seeker, they might. I mean, he might be able to make a deal where he does something. Again, I'd love to write his real book, again, that doesn't mean that I agree with him or think anything he did was any way good or, anything, but I'd love to write his book. Of course I would. Same with NK. If she wants to approach me, I'd write that book right away, of course, but he can't make any profits from it, and it would all have to go to the Rusek family until that debt is paid, and I'm glad for that, definitely. But that, you're right, that might be a way. Hold on. It's really weird. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll figure it out. But I'll click on something and it'll show the next comment down, which is fine. Everybody has valid comments. Crime discussion today. He has not done any interviews beyond law enforcement unless you count Kate. Yeah. You count Kate. Which, I don't know.
We don't count Cato around here. I don't.
I don't mind Cato. She's a fellow author, whatever. But caffeine.
Perjurer. Fellow. You're an author. She is a perjurer. I said it, so it's okay.
True. Captain Q, listen to me. I've watched the video. Stop blaming Sandy, Nick, and Nicole Atkinson for murdering Shanann. People are looking for answers again, and people are not going to stop with their theories, and that's okay. People think that what this crime is so horrible. 3 little babies, rather, forgive me, and a beautiful, lovely wife and mom were killed and disposed of as though they were trash. And we're going to keep having our theories, no matter how far-fetched they are, really, even that theory that says that none of it happened and they're all alive and well and they're actors, no, sorry. But we all have our theories, and people aren't going to stop. And that's okay. And I get along with everyone who has a theory different than mine. I think you do too, Cher. We can argue the point as adults, but we're not going to get mad at each other, certainly. And I appreciate everyone's comments on my shows. Caffeine, what's this one? Caffeine, that's right, girl. Oh, I'm missing. See, when I miss stuff, I just, listen to me. Why is Sandy hiring lawyers to try and get us to stop talking about the case?
Because she wants to be done with it. She wants to finally grieve 2 years later her family. Why is she's done with it, you guys? That's a dumb question.
Definitely. No, I agree. I think that what happened, they say Chris did it, as heartbreaking and horrible as that is. We know this. We've seen the rest of the documents that none of you have seen. And we know that Nicole Kessinger had nothing to do with it. There's no ponytail in the driveway. It was all Chris. And leave us alone. Let us grieve. That's what they're saying. Now, that's it.
And they deserve that, you guys. They deserve it.
They do. They totally do. And, the poor Watts family, I don't know if I think they've accepted that Chris did it, but he's still their little boy, and, there's something in there. You can't back away and say he's a monster. No, you have memories of him being 5 years old, opening his Christmas present. No, you got to let them live as well. And you have to let them grieve as well. Even if they think someone else was involved, the Watts, then let them think that, whatever gets them through the next day, and just thank God that none of them, we haven't lost any of them to an emotional disorder, or, an emotional problem, a shock, a malady caused by the whole, the weight of the tragedy. So, someone's texting me. I have no idea who. But with that, I think I'm going to have to run here. I got to go find my family. I think everybody's out back, but, we're doing stuff today. Thank you, Cher. You're amazing. Let's do this next Tuesday again. We'll do it earlier. I just had a lot of stuff to do today, and I feel bad that we don't get on at the right time for the, our lovely viewers over in the UK. And next time we'll talk about whatever you want. I'm sorry, I kind of took over this with the Watts case.
No, that's okay. People were already texting for us to cover the Watts case, so I figured already. I think it was listened to me. So, JD, thanks for waking up and tuning in. Love you.
Thank you, JD.
All right, love you guys. Love you, Tanya. See you next Tuesday. Talk to you probably tomorrow. Bye.
Sounds good. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone as well and try to disconnect us here. Thank you so much for being here, and lovely Cher. I'm always so happy when I see her, when she comes on our video. Have a good night, y'all, and I'll talk to you probably on Monday, maybe prior to that. I'm not sure yet. Bye-bye.